Hey, what's up, Zach here. And since my last review of the Move Game Day Pro, I've actually gotten a lot of questions about the Move Game Day, the less expensive model in their lineup. So I'm pretty interested to see if there's some real concrete reasons that you'd want to buy the Move Game Day versus the Game Day Pro, or maybe not. And heads up, I did buy the Game Day Pros myself to review. However, after that review, Move did send me the Game Days to check out. However, I didn't promise them a review on them. They have no editorial control over these. This video is not sponsored, and all opinions are still my own. However, if you do want to buy either of these two inserts, I do have a link in the description below. Now, the biggest and just about only major difference between the Move Game Day Pro and the Game Day, besides the colors of the top cover, is their flexibility. The Game Day Pros are more of what we call a functional device, which means they actually alter the function of the foot joints more than something soft and kind of flimsy, which more just accommodates the foot and all of its little nooks and crannies. There is a definite structure to the Game Days, and there is a noticeable force exerted on your foot when you first put them on, but they also have pretty significant flex and forgiveness to them that the Game Day Pros, I think the Power Step Pinnacle, or really stiff custom orthotic don't. And with that more flexible design to the Game Days, there are some pros and cons that come with that. Now, number one, the Game Day Pro can be worn by pretty much anybody. They're pretty strong for an over-the-counter insert. However, the Game Days are going to work a little bit better the lighter you are if you're actually looking for structural arch support. That also means the Game Days don't have the potential for performance enhancement like the Pros do, because your body weight's going to push through these a little bit easier versus the Pros. But that doesn't mean they don't have an effect on your foot and leg and just kinetic chain in general. Because the Game Days do have an arch contour to them, they will assist the foot muscles and joints in absorbing shock, and this kind of over time will lower the workload on your body and thus lower your heart rate over time versus a sneaker only setup. But these will be more time dependent, meaning it'll take longer to notice the benefit versus more rigid inserts, which kind of hold their shape and don't flex as much. And at first glance, that sounds like a big negative. However, that functional sacrifice also comes with a lot of increased comfort just because they flex more with your arch. Also, because they have a shape and contour to them, but they also flex, they do a great job as an insole replacement, which doubles as a midsole protector because they share your body weight across the whole insert. It'll act more to shield that midsole foam from force, but unlike a custom insert or a bulkier over-the-counter insert, they won't take up as much room in the shoe, which is really nice. What I think though is the biggest dividing line between the Pros and just the Game Days is the foot types that'll like the one versus the other, because I actually had quite the interesting experience with both of these. Because when I bought the Game Day Pros, I liked them well enough, well enough to recommend them to people, but honestly, I like them more for their functional attributes versus their comfort. But when the Game Days came in the mail, because of my high arch, I actually found them to suit my needs kind of better than the Pros, and that makes a lot of sense to me, because if you're a flatter arch, need more support holding up that arch, you'll want something a little stiffer. But if you're like me and already have a high arch and just like something to keep your foot muscles a bit more resilient, maybe want some shock absorption, the Game Days may actually agree with you more. Same with someone with just a normal neutral arch, just looking for a little more contour and longevity out of your foot and shoe during a workout or a season. You know, for the price, the Game Days to me could be the better buy for that person. Just don't expect the same function and performance of something like the Game Day Pros or a custom device. And speaking of custom orthotics, if you are looking to try to buy a pair of custom orthotics and you really don't know where to start with them, kind of don't know what you would need in them, I do have a custom orthotic guide and checklist down below. It's just my favorite builds for orthotics and kind of what I look for out of a custom orthotic and how I build mine for certain types of athletes and foot types. So that's down below. And what's interesting is I've actually seen this in the comments section and just in real life. There are some people that really love the Game Days, people that really love the Game Day Pros, and some, really dislike one or the other. It really just comes down to your foot type. And that's kind of true across all orthotics. Remember, a custom orthotic is custom for a reason, because people want that orthotic really made to their foot and to their specifications and what they need. And so it is nice in the Game Day line that you're getting something a little stiffer for more support, something a little more flexible for just more comfort, a little bit more shoe resilience and foot muscle resilience. So that's one reason I do like kind of having the combination or kind of be able to dial that in with these two types of designs. And of course, I'd love to hear your opinions on both the Move Game Day and Game Day Pros. This is my second review of these orthotics, so I know a lot of you have actually had experience with these, so I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments down below. And if you want to see my previous review of the Move Game Day Pros, all the tests I put those through, make sure you click on this video up above and subscribe down below. Respect your rubber and foam. I'll see you in the next video.